Good evening, everybody. My name's Alex, and I am one half of the Honest Entrepreneurs. You may have seen some of my old videos, or you may have seen some of the videos from my friend and colleague and business partner Tom. I've not done a video. I think it was August was my last video, so I've kind of let myself down a little bit and let you guys down, the mammoth 13 followers that we have. You've all been screaming in the comments that you want to see more videos from me, and probably less from Tom because he's not as handsome or as funny as me, obviously. But here I am. I'm back, and this hopefully is going to be a new trend of me bringing out a video once every week to try and bring you guys some good, honest information. To try and give you a bit of an update on where we're at. Tom and we're doing pretty well in terms of progression. We've just ordered 2 new products that should be launching, I think, in January and towards the middle of January. So we're going to keep you updated with all of that. And in terms of kind of like results lately, I can kind of give you guys a little bit of an overview. So let me see, global sales. What do we want to see? Last 30 days, you guys want to see, right? I stole this from a Trevin Peterson video, by the way. Take a look at Trevin if you know who he is. He always does this in his videos where he shows the results. You can see here, the last 30 days we've done just over 15K US dollars, which is, I don't know if it's our best month yet. It might be, I think it's like our second best month. So just to give you a brief overview for the people that don't know, and welcome to the channel if you're new. Tom and I are 2 English lads. We work and live in Barcelona. At the moment, we're doing Amazon FBA part-time, but we are hoping to get to $100,000 a month within 12 months. At the minute, as you can see, we're around 15,000. And we started this channel really because A, we want to document what we're doing, but B, we also want to kind of add a bit of difference to kind of like the YouTube Amazon scene. That's kind of it's full of it's full of gurus selling courses, and it's difficult to know whether you're getting genuine information or if it's just information for like trying to sell you something. So we are the Honest Entrepreneurs, and this is our channel, and as you can see today, this is going to be a video on 4 things that you should know about Amazon FBA. From 2, I would say, pretty experienced sellers now. We've been doing it for, I think myself is coming up to a year and a half, I think, since I first started selling on Amazon. I have another Amazon business where I'm selling in Amazon Spain, because that's obviously where I'm based and where I started that business. And then Tom and I own this business here together. So I'm not gonna give you any more history or anything like that. But if you'd like to know more, please just drop a comment or a question in the comment section below, and please subscribe. Like we have 13 subscribers now. It's a lot. I mean, obviously it's not a lot, but we're trying to grow it. And like every time we get a subscriber, it's exciting. It gives us more motivation to release more videos. So please, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but please subscribe and like and comment and all that jazz. So on that note, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to try and keep this pretty brief, but hopefully there's going to be some insights in here that you can find useful if you're looking at starting Amazon FBA, or if you already are, but maybe you're just going to find it interesting. So let's hope there's no technical glitches. Okay, let's go. So number 1, I think the number 1 thing that you should know, and you're watching this, you're watching a YouTube video, is most gurus are full of shit. I've had bad experiences in the past with gurus and buying courses, and there's a huge industry around selling information on how to make money online, and just by the nature of it, and by the nature of how much money there is in that industry, it leads to people sort of being a bit dishonest and kind of, ripping people off. So be very careful like who you listen to on YouTube. Ironically saying that as somebody that's in a YouTube video right now, but just do your due diligence and check these people out. What you'll find is a trend where people don't really show their results. A lot of, especially within the UK, if you're if you're from that part of the world, I find there's quite a lot of UK gurus in particular. I won't name any names that are kind of, they're teaching outdated tactics. They don't really, they don't really sell on Amazon anymore. They're not really making any money. And, you're paying these people a lot of money for their course and a lot of money for their mentorship. And to be honest, it's not always the fact that the course isn't very good. A lot of it is they're just going to give you bad advice that's going to cost you money. You might end up quitting Amazon FBA because you don't really make a success of it, and you put your trust and your time and your money into these people, and at the end of the day, they're not really doing what they're claiming to do. So my number one piece of advice would be to don't always just trust what you see on YouTube. If there's a guru and they're not really routinely showing their own results and they're showing growth, then these are sort of people that you kind of want to listen to. So that would be my number one tip is kind of understand that most gurus are full of shit and that they're probably not as successful as they're trying to make themselves out to be. So take what you watch with a pinch of salt. Number two. Going alone at Amazon is difficult. Honestly, I did it for a while. I initially started doing it on my own before kind of Tom and I discussed it and we decided to go and work together. And honestly, I wish that I'd done it sooner. Not to give Tom too much of a big head, but the progress that we've made as a team has just been massive. And finding somebody like-minded, someone that's smart and hungry you can just get so much more done. So what I would advise is if you are doing something like this on your own and you have somebody that you can work with, that's a friend or somebody at work perhaps, speak with them, explain it, and see if they want to jump on board. I think I'm lucky in that Tom's someone that's great to work with. You might find difficulties with working with people and you have to kind of go through that and find out yourself, but I just know the amount of progress that we've made as a team has been just far greater than I could have made on my own. And I'm just, it's just really good to have some support there. And I think everything is just improved when you find somebody to work with. And I do think it's quite unusual. Most people that you speak to are doing it alone, but I think there's a ton of benefits to having a second person to work with. You have to pick that person carefully. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'd had other people that were kind of interested in working with me, and I didn't want to do that, But I know Tom, and he's a smart guy, and he works hard. And I wish I'd kind of started working with him sooner, to be honest. So, not to get all emotional and soppy about Tom. I know he's going to watch this and he's going to get a big head, but there you go. That would be my second tip. Is doing it alone is difficult. So try and find somebody that you can work with to help you out. Number three, your first product is not that important. So what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is the fact that I think this is obviously sort of the biggest hurdle and the biggest barrier to entry. For a lot of people, you've never sold anything online. You might not even know much about marketing, e-commerce, whatever it is. It's a big investment, sometimes we're talking £3,000, £4,000, £5,000, dollars, whatever. And it's a big investment, and it seems scary. So what people end up doing, and I was guilty of this as well, is you go through this analysis paralysis where you're trying to find the perfect product. You can never make a decision on something to sell, and it feels like there's nothing to sell. What I would say is just go for it. Your first product is probably going to fail. Most people's do, and it's not the make or break. And if you see it as the make or break, it's going to cause you to just spend way too long. And I think the number one thing for me with Amazon is the pace at which you can move. If you spend the first 8 or 9 months just to get your product live, it's a long time. And then if it doesn't work, you're probably going to look back and think, well, do I want to go through another 8 or 9 months, spend all this money and all this time to then waste it and have it not work again? So what I would do is you need to do your research and you need to do everything else, but you need to realize that it's not about your first product. I want to be a millionaire from selling stuff on Amazon. That's my goal, and one product is not going to do that for me. So one product is not the be all and end all of your Amazon success, and you should try and remember that, and just think, it's more than that. That one product is super important in the sense that it gets you going, but don't obsess too much about it, and don't take too much time just going round and round in circles. Trust your research. Trust your sort of instinct on whether something's going to work. If it doesn't work, carry on. Just carry on and keep going. Everybody wants that first product to be a success, but it might not always be. So just carry on and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mentioned Trevin Peterson again at the beginning of the video. He's an American, FBA. He's got a big channel, and I think it was 8 or 9 products that he said he launched before he had a successful one. Obviously, that's not ideal. You don't really want that. You want the first one to work. But the point is your first product is not that important. So, yeah. Number 4, you're gonna need more money than you think. So everybody's question, when you go to the forums, you go to Facebook, how much can I start Amazon FBA with? You need more money probably than you think. There's people out there that say you can do it with $500, $1,000, £1,000, whatever it is. Can you do that? Yeah, I think you probably can. But the truth of the matter is you need more money than you think you're going to need. If you want to grow a business from scratch, you're obviously going to have to put investment in it. If you were to compare this to, a more traditional type of business, for example, a restaurant or a cafe or whatever it is, you have to go and get a bank loan, and you have to have a business plan, and these are real businesses, and it takes a lot of money and time to invest in them. So this idea that you can just start a business online with no money or next to no money and make it a success is just not true. Yes, you can start with a smaller amount, but what people forget is you may launch a product. For example, if you spend £2,000 or $2,000, whatever, and you launch a product, most people quickly sell out, and then they don't have a plan. They don't really know how to restock. And what you don't realize is that second order is where a big chunk of money is, and you might not actually have the money from the first order to come back to help you with the cash flow. So you always need to prepare. I would say you always need to prepare not just for the first order and how much money you need, but for the second one. And you need to work out, okay, roughly how many units are people at the top of the market selling, in the middle of the market, and then at the bottom of the market, because then you can work out, okay, like best case scenario is I'm going to sell 30 units a day. When am I going to run out of stock for my first order? How much will I need to reorder for my second order? And then what does that mean in terms of when I need to reorder? You don't want to go out of stock. You want to try and avoid that. So it means you need a lot of cash. I think Tom and I, we initially launched our first product with 2 variations, and it cost us around £5,000. It was a competitive market. We spent a lot on PPC, and we did a sort of big aggressive launch. But then the second order was double that, and that was to get us back in stock in time, and to keep us in stock through Christmas and everything else. But so you're talking £15,000 that we invested, and it went well, but you need to prepare for that. So when you hear these people talking about you can start Amazon FBA with $1,000. You might be able to, but you need to make sure that you do all the maths around that you can order the first amount of stock. If you do go out of stock, you can quickly get back in stock, and you're not having to wait to get that money back, because one of the biggest killers of any business, but specifically for Amazon FBA, is cash flow. And if you don't have that cash, then you're going to struggle. So that's it. Those are the 4 tips. I wasn't going to do more. I don't want to keep these videos and have them super long. If you like the video and you'd like to see more, just give us a like, give us a follow. It's going to give us more encouragement to produce more of these. If you made it to the very end, well done. Hopefully some people did. But yeah, if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments below, and we'd love to engage with you guys and build a little community here. So thanks again for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. It's a Sunday evening here, so have a great week. Wake up on Monday motivated to work, and get shit done. Cheers, guys.